Okay, so I am doing a review of Empire episode 6. Sorry I missed episode 5. I was in London with Natalie all last week, and as you can hear, my voice is pretty much gone. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. I didn't have the best day. I did some filming for a friend, and things did not go as expected. I'm not happy about the situation. I feel mad. I feel disrespected. And today's been a long day, but on the lighter note, um, I just went to dinner. I'm getting back, and I'm doing a review on episode 6. And 6 kind of goes a little bit over 5 because, of course, they all tie in. So, it starts off with, showing the rose at the front door. And, of course, Cookie thinks it's like the hitman, a hitman that basically had the rose petals on all the druggie bags, which comes to find out it wasn't. It was actually Lucius who gave her the rose last Wednesday on their anniversary. And, of course, she doesn't remember. I don't know why this piece of hair is so straight right here. And she doesn't remember that it's even her anniversary. So later on, I'll get to why I think that is so messed up. And actually, it's number 2. I'm really sleepy, guys. So, Lucius invites Cookie to dinner, comes to find out everybody's there, and he's basically telling everybody, like, I just want all of you guys to know that I proposed to Anika, and this is going to be my wife. You see Cookie in the corner, she's like, the bitch is ripping rose petals apart. Like, really, Lucius? Like, you literally just gave me a rose last week. Like, what are you talking about? You gave me a rose last week. So for Lucius to propose to Anika on his anniversary with Cookie, like, all that was completely wrong. Do I feel like he's playing Cookie? Do I feel like he still has feelings for her? Yes. You can obviously tell that Cookie has feelings for him. I mean, the bitch was in love with him. She did all this jail time. Like, she was ready to get out of jail, and, like, look how he's doing her and stuff. So Lucius is completely dead-ass wrong. But when that bitch said, you bought me a rose last week, you think I was coming to this dinner? She pulls her jacket open and she's sexy as fuck with that lingerie on. Like, yo, I almost died. Like, Cookie looks so good. That was a sexy ass outfit, and that's a boss ass bitch. And for one, guys, whoever's talking about did I get my titties redone? Like, no, this is a very sexy padded push up bra from Victoria's Secret. Secondly, my titties have actually grown a little bit because I've been working out a lot, so I actually have chest muscle up here, so when I flex, like, my muscle's all the way up here. But no, it's the bra. Like, my titties really aren't this big. So no, I didn't get my titties redone. They've been the same since 2008. You've only seen me on TV for 2 years, so no, these aren't new titties. It's just a really good bra, plus with a tiny bit of my titties growing a little bit from working out, because this is a chest muscle. Like, implants usually go under the muscle, so your chest gets bigger just like a man. He stands like this. He's got big chest muscles. Like, no, these aren't new titties. All right, so next thing you know, Cookie tells Michael, who is Jamal's boyfriend, fame changes people. Like, I hope you get used to it. Like, you need to do your own thing. And, of course, Michael's there saying, well, I'm going to cooking school. Like, I want to be a chef, this, that, and the other. And Cookie doesn't feel as if it's good enough. Do I feel it's good enough? I mean, maybe they're not at the same level, but if Jamal cares about him and they're in a relationship together, it doesn't matter what Cookie says, it doesn't matter what the other person does, as long as they're not being, like, detrimental. No, that's not the word. As long as they aren't, like, stopping progress with their significant other or holding them back in that sense, I don't think it really matters what the other person does, as long as they're not a bum and living off the other person. So I think Cookie is wrong for saying that, but, Cookie says what she wants to say. Next thing you know, you see Walker, the agent, going through the trash, and of course he's going through Lucius's trash because he knows that Lucius is guilty. The bum off the street, that's, like, kind of crazy, already said that he saw Lucius kill Bunky. So, next thing you know, I can't remember the guy's name. They say V or something. It's the guy from Why Did I Get Married, who's, like, obviously partners or something with Lucius. He was like, you can't just do that. Like, what are you doing? Like, I can't protect you if you don't tell me the truth. Like, what is going on? And, of course, Lucius said, I killed him. He did this. He tried to take this empire away from me and you. He's trying to whatever. And, of course, the guy's saying, like, well, you should have paid him, like, $3 million. Who cares? You should have paid him. And he's like, you want to play God? Like, it's not your spot to, like, take somebody's life. But, of course, Lucius did what he was going to do, and he killed Bunky. So later on, you see the same guy talking to Andre, and he's like, he comes in there, he chokes him out, like, oh, you're his alibi, like, you gave a false alibi, like, what are you doing, like, we have an understanding, like, you went back on it. what is he talking about? At this point, we don't know what he's talking about. Obviously, I feel like him and Andre may have a thing where, of course, Andre's going to take over and then that guy's going to be the partner or have half of whatever, as long as Andre gets it and not Hakeem or Jamal, since those are the two being looked at, with Hakeem, of course, on top in Lucius's eyes and Jamal being on top in Cookie's eyes. So obviously, Andre and that guy has something going on. We don't know what it is at this point, but something's going on because all that just doesn't make sense. All right, so somebody accuses of knowing. Okay, so he accuses him of knowing, like, you gave a false alibi, and of course Andre says, like, it's not me giving a false alibi. I don't know what happened. I just always give an alibi to my dad, regardless. Like, he's a loyal ass guy, which, he is conniving in the sense of he's trying to take over the business, make his brother fights, whatever. But I do like the fact that he's like, no matter what my dad does, I'm gonna give him an alibi. I don't ask. I don't care. I don't know. Like, he for real has his back, which I can appreciate somebody who's loyal like that, because there's not many people like that. Alright, so Andre calls his wife, and I still don't even know her name to this point. I don't remember hearing her name. It's like the white bitch. Okay, so he calls the wife, and he's like, oh, what I thought is true. And of course, she's in front of like all of her business people and her colleagues, and she's like, oh, that's good news, honey. That's good news. Like, she's playing it off. And as Cookie said in a previous episode, like episode 2, like, oh, even when they aren't smart and don't know what they're doing, like, they know what they're doing. And of course, this girl knows what she's doing. So she's playing it off like, that's good news, honey. We'll talk later. All right, so Cookie goes to the hotel, and you see a scene where Courtney Love, her new artist, is on drugs. Like, she's fucked up. Cookie's kicking the junkie out of the hotel room. And when I first saw the scene, whatever, I was like, isn't that Courtney Love? Kelsey, my little sister, was like, who's Courtney Love? And I'm like, the one that used to date Kurt Cobain. Not Kurt Cobain, like the rapper or whoever. Now, like, the white guy Kurt Cobain, who was like a rock singer who like committed suicide back in the day. I'm like, yeah, that's Courtney Love. So we looked her up, and of course it was Courtney Love. He kicks her out. Like, it's sad she flushes the drugs down the toilet. She's freaking out and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Cookie's looking out for her, and that was a good decision on her behalf. Okay, so then we see Hakeem being mad. He's like looking through his iPad, scrolling through the pictures, and he's seeing Tiana's pictures. He's sitting there breathing hard. You see him going. And I know everybody knows that feeling when you're so mad, you don't know if you want to hit somebody, like, you just need to breathe, like, but I was looking at Hakeem, I'm like, damn, that motherfucker is so sexy. Like, he's sitting there breathing on his chest, mad and stuff, and I don't know what it is. I didn't like Hakeem too much on episode 1, but he just keeps getting finer and finer on every episode, and when he started to get mad, I was like, wow, he's hot. And, next thing you know, as guys do, one girl makes him mad, he's got another girl to call, so he's calling Camila, like, Camila, baby, like, answer the phone, where are you? I need to talk to you. And yeah, that's just what guys do, but that's Hakeem for you. And okay, so Jamal, they start playing Jamal's song at the club, and Cookie's like, oh, we're going to talk to this guy. I think he's a football player. I don't remember what she said, but she's like, he's got 5 million followers, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, like, we're going to have him, like, put your song on. And, of course, the guy's not interested, he's at the club, he's trying to have fun, he knows who Cookie is, and then he sees, like, how every guy is, like, sexually driven. He sees these 2 girls dancing, like, were they kissing? I don't really remember, but he's like, oh, all right, well, it didn't take that much convincing. Cookie knows what she's doing, and he decides to post the song. So then you see Jamal and his boyfriend in the corner, and he's like, oh, look, it's already got 1,000 views, 1,004, 1,008, 1,015, and he's all excited about it. This is the one thing that I can actually relate to, because I remember going from having a few hundred Instagram followers to a couple thousand, to having like 200 likes to 300 likes, and then when it got to 1,000, and then 5, and then 10, and then more, like, it's kind of a cool thing. Like, it almost like it happens overnight. Like, you can press the refresh button, and just like Jamal was doing, 1,000, 1,004, 1,010, 1,000, whatever. I don't know. You would have to, like, experience to know, but it's actually, like, kind of a cool feeling. So it's kind of funny watching Jamal do it, because I know exactly how he feels when the same thing happened to me. So that was kind of like a cool little scene to watch. Sorry, I'm, like, drinking water. Like, I am so dehydrated. I drank the past couple nights. I went to dinner at Splenda. It's my favorite restaurant tonight, where I used to work, and Kelsey works there now. And I had a couple martinis, had some dinner. Like, I just needed time to be away and be with a friend. Somebody doesn't feel like they're using me or has an ulterior motive. So I just needed, like, time to get away. So it was nice to go to dinner and just relax. And tomorrow starts a long week, back to the gym, seeing my grandma for family dinner on Mondays, going to work all week. And I just really needed some time to breathe. I do feel like I need more time to breathe. I don't know if my eyes look all crazy. I was crying. I was upset last night. And it was just a really, really rough day for me. And I actually think I'm going to do a YouTube video after this about, you know, just certain situations and stuff that I've been in, because I feel like I need to get a lot of things off my chest. And even when I posted something earlier about how I felt and don't let people disrespect you, take advantage of you, you know, a lot of people are like, oh my God, Sarah's came at the perfect time. I can relate. I know exactly how you feel. Like, everybody has the same feeling. Like, people are people. Like, I don't know, people are people. And if you're feeling the same way, there's like a million other people that are feeling the exact same way. So I am going to do a video about just little things that are going on and stuff. And it's 2015. I'm not playing with these motherfuckers. And that's what the video is going to be about. Okay, so let's get back to the review. Okay, so next thing you know, you see Hakeem drunk, and, you know, he's asking Jamal for help. He needs help with this hook, whatever. He's like, come over. Cookie's like, yeah, we'll come over later. We'll do this, we'll do that. And Hakeem gets mad. He's like, I didn't invite you. And for once, I'm happy because Jamal stands up for Cookie, and he's like, you know, how long did you think I'm going to let you disrespect our mom? Don't talk to her like that, and whatever else. And Hakeem's sitting there looking stupid. But that was good for Jamal to do that. And I've been in the same situation with my mom and stuff, and whether you're a family member or not, sister or not, and you want to talk to my mom any sort of crazy, I don't give a fuck that that's your mom too, and you think you can talk to her like that. You ain't talking to my mom like that. Like, I'm not playing with you. Please say some shit like that. I'm gonna say, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you talking to. You might be my sister, but you don't talk to my mom like that. Yeah, I get it's your mom, but you ain't talking to my mom like that. So I'm very happy that Jamal did that. I can relate to that little scene like 100%. So I'm very happy he did that and put Hakeem in his place, because I don't play that shit either. All right, so you see a scene where basically Lucius's guys, like, you know, they're paying for this guy, like, oh, we'll give you money, we're going to pay your family, whatever, like, take the fall for Bunky's death. And of course you see him. Yeah, it's a sad situation, but it shows you money can buy your way out of a lot of things, which is true. Like, every day, people buy their way out of anything. And it's kind of sad, too, because this guy's going to take the fall, go to jail for a long time, so he can make sure his family's good and pay for things. But I do have a feeling that this is going to backfire. It's not going to work out, and things will come, you know, things will be shown. All right, so you see a scene. Courtney Love is, like, you know, singing really bad, and Cookie's like, take off your makeup, take off those lashes, take off that jacket, take off all this bullshit, like, be yourself. You know, when you start putting on all this stuff, like, you start acting in character, you believe you're that character, and it's hard for you to be normal. So for you to take all that stuff off, wash your face off, and be you, that's a big step, and it actually does help. Like, all that fake shit, it does, like, give you a weird sort of feeling about yourself. You keep lying to yourself, you actually end up believing your own lies, and have a bad sense. I don't know. I'm so lost of words today. Like, you have a fucked up sense of who you are. All right, so at the end, you see Olivia, who is Raven, and you see her walk up with a kid. I knew exactly what it was. I was like, oh my God, that's Jamal's kid. I know it. And of course, she's like, you know, Lola, she knows all your songs. She just wanted to, like, meet her daddy. And of course, that's the end of the show. And I have a feeling that Jamal may turn straight just to keep his fan base or grow his fan base, whatever. Because, for one, in the entertainment industry, people want to see that you're single. They want to feel like they can be with you and stuff like that. So for not only of him not being single to be with a man, of course, it's going to be hard. People are going to dislike him because of that. And I have a feeling that this is going to cause a lot of problems, and he may try to play the straight role just because of this, which we saw earlier as well. So I'm doing another video, guys, and I will do a review earlier this time for this week. I will be in town, so I love you guys. Mwah.